So VMAs, how do you feel being here? For each,
Amazing.
Each person,
Strange.
Excited.
Tingly. It was like we didn't even understand that we were nominated until we walked in, and I poked Magnus. I was like, "This is Madison Square Garden," and he says, "I think this is where the show is." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" We're
And you
here.
walk in and you see all these names on the chairs, and you're okay.
The biggest pop stars in the
You're
world.
like P Diddy,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
Lucas Graham. And like, what?
We're here.
I mean, there's 5 million people, 5.5 million people in the country we're from. There's 8 million people living in Manhattan. It's just to kind of show you guys how far away from home we are.
So who are you guys sitting next to in there?
We've got our own row.
Yeah.
Like, so that's a
Yeah, we're
that's a good thing about
right
being
in
a
front
band.
of us. We have A$AP Ferg and Tinashe.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And Sarah Larson on the right. So,
Little
yeah.
Scandinavian.
Little Scandinavian
Comedy.
corner over there.
You guys gonna throw some popcorn?
Yeah. And pass tequila shots around.
Well, there you go then. So tell me about your nomination.
Yeah. I didn't really believe it when we got nominated because it's such a big award show. I didn't watch it growing up because we didn't have those TV stations. But you heard people talk about it in school, like what happened on the VMAs. And back in the day, you'd hope someone would have taped it on their VHS so you could see it or something. And now we're nominated and we're sitting next to some of the biggest stars in the world.
What's your category?
Best new name of the year, something.
Best new artist.
Best new artist.
Yeah.
You got some stiff competition in there.
Yeah.
You guys like friends with them? You guys all talk?
We've never met them
I
before.
met Sarah Larson in Copenhagen, and she seems like a very nice girl. So.
I mean, she's Swedish. How can she not be nice?
Exactly.
Fair enough. But that's not all about winning for you guys. You guys have some actual work to do when you're here. What else are you doing?
We are performing at the pre-party, but also it has to said that it's not ever about winning, because the prize and the goal in itself is the fact that we get to tour the world playing music for a living. Playing, not working for a living, and we get to hear our music on the radio and share our stories with so many people. So we already won. Being nominated for this award is then just extra kudos. Like, okay, someone else also thinks this is good.
So you guys have already had a busy couple of years. What's up next for you? What are you working on?
Oh,
We actually have 2 months off.
2 months off.
So
I'm
that's the next-
expecting my first child in 3 or 4 weeks. And around that, we have 2 months off. We rented a big villa back home in Copenhagen. We're installing a studio. So I
And
get
then
to
we will be back in the US and performing
November,
in
December, January, February, big US touring.
Is this your first U.S. tour?
This is going to be our second US tour. Our last tour in the spring and winter was sold out, luckily. And this next one looks like it's going to be sold out too. So, woo!
So you said you're putting in a studio. Can we expect some new music?
We always write music on the bus. I write poems at home, and over the summer we've been a little too busy for me to write songs. So getting some time off is going to be great. I mean, we write and produce our own music always, and I've done so for ages and ages. So we do need a lot of studio time in order to produce a record.
So you talked about some of the people that are going to be, in the audience we've seen. Who are you guys excited to kind of meet?
I'm excited to hear Ariana Grande's live performance because her vocal is phenomenal, and I've heard that live it is even more impeccable than it is on record, and I love a good live vocal.
How about you guys?
I
I'm
think
looking forward to see Rihanna. As always.
we're the new guys in there. We just hope people like us.
We're just gonna be like, "Hi, do you want tequila? Please like me, have tequila."